Good morning, everybody. My name is Parker Nirenstein. This is Vehicle Virgins, and today we are at the Nurburgring. This has been a lifetime goal of mine. I mean, check this out. This is the hotel we're at, and it looks right out over the starting grid at the Nurburgring. We're gonna get a private tour today, thanks to our YouTuber Misha. Let's go check out what the day has in store. Remember guys, Vehicle Virgins merchandise is for sale. We have super comfortable shirts at a good price, phone cases, stickers, license plates, frames, fidget spinners, literally anything you could want. Link in the description below.
You need to own this bitch.
Good morning. Oh, cold start in the newly broken in E63. Look at the difference. As I was walking down from the hotel, it really occurred to me how impressive setting a Nurburgring lap record is. It's 12.9 miles long, and for a time, let's say, in the low 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes of flat out driving over 100 plus turns that you don't make a single mistake. I mean, just memorizing a track that long, let alone getting every single turn perfect, just goes to show you how incredible of a driver the people are that are setting the times for these record-holding cars.
So right now, Parker, we're entering the Grand Prix track because
You were entering the paddock?
Yeah, Nurburgring consists out of, well, 2 tracks.
We are about to go out on the Nurburgring, not in my E63, but in another Mercedes because they said you could only drive it with a manual transmission. And mine's an automatic, but this van has a manual. So Misha reached out to me and said, you can't come to Germany without going all the way to the Nurburgring. And I agree. So thank you so much for having me out here and giving me a heck of a cool private access to this.
Yeah, it's a bit of an exclusive tour because the track is closed. Because of the weather conditions, a lot of people, also from the US mainly, say to me, hey, I'm gonna come in December, can we drive the track, can we rent the car, can we do this, that? And I'm like, well, if you look around, it's kind of snowy and construction works are going on because yes, every year the track is not getting changed, but they improve some safety standards. We're gonna have kind of an informative tour today. So where we are now is so-called T13 section, T13 meaning like the gate 13, and as a matter of fact this is a very important section because the finish line is actually 200 meters more that way.
So they do a full lap and then have a rolling start and come through this section going flat out, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah, exactly. And if any of you guys are subscribed to my channel, if you're not, you should. The video that I did of a GT2 RS lap record guesstimating, I was standing right over there at the gate, and you can have an actually very nice clear view, a car going to here, and you kind of like need to, again, estimate or guesstimate the lap time because you don't see the car crossing the finish line, but you can hear it hitting the curbstone. And thereby you're like, okay, it hit the curbstone, but we're 200 meters away that way. The sound travels with 300 meters per second, so we need to add additional second. And I was only like 1 second off the official lap time.
Wow,
so it was a bit of a,
that's incredible. I mean, the reason the track is so dangerous is that they just have bulldozers everywhere, so you're constantly touching them. Just kidding. No, this track is obviously old, so they have to continually each year repave the surface, keep the track exactly the same, because if they make any alterations, then it's not the same Nürburgring Nordschleife, but then you get perfect track conditions when it's done.
Anyway, a lot of people say like, oh no, all those guardrails, all those barriers, could you please make a runoff entry bigger? No, unfortunately it's not possible, and the only thing that you should do is drive more safe.
Exactly, and wear a hat that says Porsche on it.
Yeah, because again...
So we are on the long straight on the Nürburgring right now. Is it ever this foggy when the conditions are good?
Conditions can be like that here, but it can be sunny on the other side of the track, can be snowy on the other side of the track, and then you're like, okay. And during races, you have this type of conditions. Some of you might have seen the 24-hour race of 2016 when it was sunny, and then at one corner it started hailing, and not just a bit, it was completely covered with ice. So the race had to be shut down for 4 hours because there were like, I don't know, 50 cars involved in a crash. Every year so far, the outcome of the race has been determined by the people who had either the luck or the determination to switch the rain tires or the dry tires to rain tires at the very last lap. And then they catch up going from the place 10 to the place 1.
Wow. So how many times have you lapped this track?
This is the end of the 3rd year that I live here, and I do between 1 and I would say 30 laps per day. So plenty, thousands.
Wow.
Over 10 of thousands. We are approaching the mini carousel.
Ooh.
And by the local folk it's also being renamed as Misha Carousel because it's one of the few places where I crashed.
I just watched that video.
This is it here on the right.
Here's the right here.
No, that's the other one.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay.
This is one of the coolest turns in the entire track.
Yeah.
Wow. So now I know a lot of you know what the Nurburgring looks like, probably from Forza, and some of you motorsports enthusiasts have actually driven on the Nurburgring. We're actually going backwards right now. So if you're trying to follow where we are on the track, good luck with that. If you're a true expert, then maybe you can somehow figure that out, and I'd be incredibly impressed. But because of the construction right now, we are going the opposite direction. So what's the deal with the graffiti? Is that legal or what? Why is there writing?
It's illegal, but it's I guess a part of Nurburgring.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But did they come right after and right over it, pave over it?
Well, obviously they
clearly not actually.
Any instructions? What do you usually do? The thing is, although it is a part of Nurburgring, a very beautiful part because it makes it so remarkable, it is sometimes very annoying and also dangerous because some people decide not just to write their name on a small piece, but sometimes they draw a big dick on the track, and very like meters long, like huge, and because of that sometimes they need to cancel the race.
I mean, in theory, yeah, it could be extremely dangerous if the surface is slightly different than the actual road. It could cause somebody to crash. Wow, this is a cool turn.
This is the YouTube corner.
I have seen hundreds of videos of this. Is that where they show like prototype cars and
as well, but most importantly because here on the right, well,
is it Gas
thousands
King
of people gather because it's a huge parking lot.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of people who drive by here, they're like, okay, watch me, bro.
Yeah, and then they crash.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure you saw that recent viral video where like 20 cars crashed in a row. It was like a GT3 RS and people couldn't stop.
Yeah, that was actually somewhere we cannot go today, but we're not far up from the first one.
That was intense. Go! It's a Nurburgring snowman. So you were saying you noticed all the tiny little details of the track because you've been around it so much, and there was a mushroom that grew and you noticed it?
Mushroom. Well, it was like that big. It was like 2 meters off the track, so I was driving like, this hasn't been here yet.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to actually stand and walk on the Nurburgring, something that I've watched dozens and dozens of, well, way more than dozens. It's kind of embarrassing, but hundreds of videos of people driving on, and always wanted to drive myself to be able to stand here. Obviously, I forgot that it's not summertime 365 days a year like it is in LA. So when I did, I'm gonna do European delivery in December, I forgot that it was going to be closed. I mean, one of my biggest questions is, let's say it was summertime. How does somebody just go drive on the Nurburgring? I mean, this is like a public road.
Very easy. So Monday till Friday the track is open in the evening from 5 till 7 because before that there's either a track day by a third party or the prototype test sessions.
Okay.
So when you see all the prototypes, if you arrive during the weekday and you're like, what should I do until I can drive the track, you just go to the track and do all the spy videos, spy pictures, whatever. And on a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it's from 8 till 7, from 8 in the morning, so the whole day.
Okay, gotcha.
Unless there's an event like a race. There are roughly 20 races per year on the Nordschleife.
And then at 7, is it dark out?
No, it's actually, well, in the summer obviously it's
it's still light.
It's still light, and in the winter they adjust their opening times till 4. The only night driving you can do is only 24-hour race or the qualification.
Sure. And how much does it cost per lap?
Per lap during the week, on the weekdays it's 25 euros a lap.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because you think, only 1 lap, but it's 21.
No, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's like, what, 14 miles, and you'll be busy like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so
easily.
Yeah, and on a weekend it's 30 euros per lap.
Okay, gotcha.
And you also get a discount if you buy more.
People think they see the sub 7-minute lap times. The amount of practice, memorization, and skill it takes to be able to put together a good lap time like that is just staggering. I mean, I'm sure the first 100 times you go around this track, you have no idea what's going on.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone thinks like you just arrive here and drive here and you just do a sub 7-minute lap. But those prototype drivers, they do it the whole year. They go towards it. They find the optimal tire pressure. For example, the Top Gear video when they did the Veyron run, they were measuring the thickness of the air. And some people go this far here to actually have the ultimate optimal conditions, because like I said, because the track is that big, you will never have the ultimate perfect lap, but you need to get as close as possible to that.
So here's a question for you. If you were to come to the Nürburgring, what do you think the best car to rent or drive around the track is for somebody who has some track experience, but maybe it's their first time?
The cheapest, because you know,
really?
Obviously the cheapest cars are usually the slowest cars.
Yeah.
And it has no use to pay hundreds, sometimes thousands of euros for a fast car. Of course you can, if you want to brag to your friends, I drove a GT3 RS on the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
But you will not be using the potential of the car by far, even not after 1 year of driving the track, because you will still not know any nuances, because you might memorize where the track goes to the left or the right, but then there's a bump when you need to brake before that, or there is some extra things. Invest your money wisely. Go for the quantity, and thereby you will still have the quality, because you'll be like, oh my god, I'm on the Nürburgring. And of course, if your wallet allows you to drive unlimited amount of laps of GT3 RS, of course, be my guest. But don't crash it into barrier, because we can actually look around. I saw there.
So if you crash into the barrier, do you have to pay yourself to fix the barrier?
Yes. And as a matter of fact, you can also actually pick up the barrier at the end as a souvenir. But you can see this is the old part, and this is the new part.
Yeah.
And this because someone, unfortunately, well, granted the Nürburgring a new barrier.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And the cost roughly per crash, I would say roughly 1,500 euros for a minor one. And if it gets really big and messy, it goes up and up and up.
When I review cars like a new Cayman S that have only 275 horsepower, part of that is actually more fun because you can push the car a lot harder than in a 560 horsepower Turbo S. And
do you know what my track car is of this year?
M2.
Volkswagen Up.
What the heck is that?
Do you even get those in the States?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a 1 liter 3-cylinder 90 horsepower car, and there are a lot of videos on my channel where you can find that sometimes on the track day or something I just push away GT3 RSs out of the way.
That's hilarious. So where are we on the track right now?
So you can actually see there are always the markers that mark either the kilometer of the track or the name of the section. This is actually Hedwig's Höhe, and translate, it was actually named of the wife of the main architect of the Nürburgring in 1925.
And this was known as the tallest,
the
highest part in the racetrack until
like 1971.
Has anyone ever lapped something like that around the track?
Yeah, well, you have Walter Röhrl, the world famous Group B rally driver and now the Porsche Works driver. He lapped the track with a Porsche tractor.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I think it took him like 40 minutes.
I love that. That is amazing.
We have a lot of interesting records. I mean, last year we had the record of a 2-wheel. And I'm not talking about 2-wheel motorcycle.
Yeah,
no,
bicycle?
A Mini going on 2 wheels on the side. The whole lap. I think it took them an hour.
Wow! Yeah. Has anyone done it on a bicycle or running?
There is actually a yearly recurring event for any bicycle fans. There is a 24-hour bicycle race. So,
oh wow!
And you do
I will
it with
not
a team.
be participating.
Yeah, you do it with a team, and it's actually pretty crazy. But
wow.
There are no bicycle race. I believe the last race was the bike. Sorry, not bicycle, but the bike, motorbike. Last races were held somewhere in the 50s. Maybe.
Too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Yeah,
because of all the barriers.
Ugh.
Most of the accidents happen because of the bikers. Well,
yeah.
Because unfortunately, well, obviously, luckily, you can just come here and drive. Nobody checks your car during the public dates.
Crazy. Wow.
And it's great, but sometimes it's bad because nobody checks the technical conditions. So some boxes leak coolant, leak oil, and when you're driving a car, okay, you can just quickly react and catch it. But when you're on a bike and you go over coolant, you're just.
So, I mean, how many cars are going to be out on the track at once? If you're in a faster car...
During the race, roughly the amount of cars is 200 at the same time.
Oh, that's not terrible.
If you divide it by 21 by the amount of kilometers, you have roughly 10 cars per half a mile.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Sure.
So it's not too bad. I believe like 85 or 90% of the track is blind, so you have no idea where you're going. Because, for example, here you can also like look it that way. Like, okay,
where does it go?
To the right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool, but
what if it goes to the left?
Elevation changes and going to the left. So
yeah.
You need to perfectly know what you're gonna do, what you're gonna do, and you'll be always surprised. The longer time you spend here, you're gonna crash at some point.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I honestly don't know of any of my friends who live here for like 2 years or something and who haven't crashed.
Yeah.
Everyone has crashed.
Yeah. Now, does anyone ever travel on the Nürburgring to get to a destination, or only motorsports enthusiasts?
Yes. Officially, Nurburgring still has 2 entrances and exits, and the one entrance is at the village of Nurburgring, and the other of the village of Adenau, which is actually more of a village, because in Nurburgring there are 147 people registered to living there, so there's actually nothing. All the grocery shops are there and everything. So this is what we are actually going. We enter at Nurburgring, and we had to get off at Adenau, so we have like a half a lap to get the toilet paper or something in the grocery store, and then we just go back half a lap. So this is how we do our groceries. We
that is what I would do every day. Yeah. We need this in the United States, please. Frosty's Corner. The YouTuber's Corner.
Yeah, I've never done any off-roading in my life on a Nurburgring before. It was the first time forever.
Awesome to see the curbing in person. I wish I could sign my name here. Well, the Nurburgring is closed, but we've been allowed to drive on it anyways. How awesome of an opportunity is that?
So you know, we have official names of the sections, and we have unofficial names of the sections, like this ice curve or many else. There is one of the most beautiful sections.
That's incredible.
Coming down here,
and there's a jump in front.
Yeah.
And if you go very fast, you need to hit the brake before the jump.
Really? Wow.
Then let go, then fly, and then you brake again.
If we would do this would be one of the baddest ideas.
Right.
So you can park the car here for your photo.
That is a cool view. Oh my God, Nismo? Farshad would be so excited about Nismo. GTR. Farshad, it's a Nismo.
When you're entering the track in the inside, and then you can have a look down there. You won't see it on the video, but you feel it.
Yeah.
Right? We will do it.
Look at that.
Then you will come back in summer or so.
Sure.
We will do a lap completely in the inside, also with the big carousel. Perhaps we can do this with our Mercedes AMG GTR.
Wow, that would be incredible. It's on video, so it's a binding contract.
I said perhaps, so this could mean everything.
Do some cars hit over 200 miles an hour? Or close to it?
Yeah. The record currently is in 2012. You can click a Garrett Art at 402 kilometers an hour, which equals, way over 200.
Wow. I think that's one of the craziest parts about the racetrack is there are so many tiny little imperfections and undulations in the track surface. So like you were saying, I mean, if you're going 200 miles an hour down here and you hit a little bump and you're not paying attention, sayonara. And where does the lap time end? Somewhere around...
So here on the right.
Okay.
On the right, there's a white line, maybe you can...
Sure, yep.
That's the finish line.
That is the finish line of a Nürburgring lap. Lots of neat cars in the parking garage. We got a slew of M2s here, Caymans in the back. And then I think I saw a first generation Gallardo. Oh, there it is over there.
Russian plates.
Nice. And then a 1M and a Turbo S. That 1M is awesome. Imagine this guy's lapped the track a number of times. This is the information center at the Nürburgring.
What you can buy here is a yearly subscription to the Nürburgring. So for 1,900 euros, you can lap the track unlimited the whole year.
Yep, if I lived here, I would definitely have one of those. That is awesome. Taking a mandatory picture at the Nürburgring sign, trying not to get hit by cars. We're entering the industry park now. We noticed that there was an Aston Martin dealership when we drove in, but this is also the home of some race teams that we might go get to check out. Just pulled up in the industry park, and to my surprise, we actually just rolled up to Rentec. I didn't know that was part of the plan, but one thing that I really want to do to this car is potentially get a Rentec tune. I've seen their numbers, their Instagram dyno charts recently, and 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds, 800 horsepower. I need that.
Yep.
And he knows them. You know everyone.
Yeah. Well, after living many years at the Nürburgring, you kind of get to know everyone.
This is so awesome. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, link in the description below. Misha, he's the boss. Cool cars in the parking lot. We've got a GTR, this cute Volkswagen hatch, 911 turbo, nice M3 with a big wang. That van actually has 3,000 horsepower. No, it doesn't.
Oh, of car parts.
Of car parts, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What is your favorite gas station food item? That's an official email with their menu.
Yeah, so for example here, chicken fillet with salad, ravioli, or cutlet for €8, including dessert.
Wow.
Here.
Oh my gosh.
All the souvenirs, all the t-shirts. That's my favorite classic green hell t-shirt. And here.
Oh my.
That's a gas station at American for you.
Wow! Well, this is the coolest gas station I've ever been to in the world.
Oh, it's a whole shoe.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, look at the display. Only in the Nurburgring. This is gas station food, ladies and gentlemen. Steaks. He wasn't joking. This looks incredible. At a gas station.
Yeah.
What's the room like in the back of the car?
It's good. Good.
Your face says otherwise.
Because I was trying to get something out of my back pocket.
Oh, okay. This is just awkward.
Yeah.
But pretty spacious?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.